we go. Hello, this is Anna, and I have a little guest star, Marie, and Juliet. So, in response to this week's prompt regarding lesson planning, I guess the hardest thing for me for lesson planning is honestly the time that it takes to do an official lesson plan. I teach 3 different subjects, so and it takes me to the official one like 2 hours, so there's no way I could be doing 6 hours of lesson planning on a daily basis. I guess what's so time consuming, considering the LMU's new format is writing all the different levels of assessment and how I will plan to meet the needs of all my different students and the EL learners. It is very helpful, and that it helps me really think through my lesson, and usually from that whole process I actually come up with other ideas for future lessons. So it ends up being, I try to make one detailed lesson plan, ends up being more kind of a unit plan, which is helpful. Also, a difficult thing for me is mapping out exactly how much time I'm going to spend on each thing, because I usually don't stick to it. What I do normally when I don't have to submit a formal lesson plan is I just kind of I always write on the board what I'm planning on doing, kind of the agenda for the day, and what I hope to accomplish, and then I keep a lesson planner where I'll just kind of note down, okay, these are the things we want to cover and the days we're doing it and the activities. But I never on my own do as much depth as the formal lesson plans. Okay, in terms of multimedia and teaching social studies, I understand what Zevin is saying by making sure that multimedia is not just used for entertainment, but that's actually educational. I could see the risk of doing that, but I feel he somehow says that films or whatever can pull in people emotionally, but they won't think critically. And I feel like, for example, when I taught youth history and I showed them the film Glory, I think, it was very emotional, but I think it made the Civil War much more real to the students, and it was good that it was emotionally impactful for them, because then they were more interested in learning everything else. So even if they weren't asking critical questions, which they were, directly about the movie, I think they thought more critically about it from then on out. And I feel with just talking about things, the textbook, or analyzing primary documents, it's not enough. Like, the kids grow up in a visual culture, so they need to see photographs, they need to hear music, they need to listen to music, right, Julie? Yeah. In order for it to be interesting and real.
It fun, and cows also like to listen to music.
Anyways, so yes, but I try not to take too much period, or show full movies or documentaries, or usually just show 5-10 minute excerpts. And like, for example, this week my students, we watched half an hour of the State of the Union in economics, but I printed out the transcript, and as they read, they had to look for, how Obama thought these key economic questions should be answered. So I kind of prompted them before, and then we analyzed and discussed it for a while afterwards and got feedback. So I feel like they can be exposed to media and think critically about it simultaneously. But yes, we do have to walk that delicate balance. Well, thank you for your time. Goodbye.